things above, the stories of God's people, the stories of His love, stories that I'll remember throughout my whole lifetime. And just to make them interesting, tell me them all in rhyme. Tell me the old story. Tell me the old story. Tell me the old story. God's people and His love.
Hello and welcome to number 25. Hello and welcome to number 32 in the series of stories from Bob Hartman's Rhyming Bible. This one is based on the parable of the sower, and it's called Sow Your Seeds. Sow your seeds gently on the ground, which will grow and which will not, and where will fruit be found? A farmer went to sow his seeds, said Jesus one fine day. He threw them here, he threw them there, he threw them every way. Now some seeds fell upon the path, they bounced and rolled around, so birds swooped down with hungry cries and swallowed them all down. Sow your seeds gently on the ground, which will grow and which will not, and where will fruit be found? And some seeds fell among the rocks, and then began to sprout, but withered in the shallow soil when the sun came out. Sow your seeds gently on the ground, which will grow and which will not, and where will fruit be found? And some seeds fell among the weeds, they grew there side by side, until the sharp thorns strangled them, and every seedling died. Sow your seeds gently on the ground, which will grow and which will not, and where will fruit be found? But some seeds fell on fertile soil, and soon began to grow, and gave good fruit 100 times more than what was sown. Sow your seeds gently on the ground, which will grow and which will not, and where will fruit be found? Then Jesus' friends all came to him, questions in their mouths. We're puzzled by your story. Just what is it about? The seed stands for God's kingdom, Jesus then explained. The ground is like the human heart. No one's quite the same. Some hearts are like the hardened path, and when they hear God's news, they simply do not understand. They walk away confused. And that, my friends, is just the time the devil comes to play. And much like all those greedy birds, he steals the truth away. Some hearts are like the rocky ground. God's truth takes hold at first, but withers up when life gets hard and goes from bad to worse. Some hearts are like the thorny ground, where worries weed-like grow and choke out peace and choke out joy till all the goodness goes. But some are like the fertile ground, and when God's truth takes root, it grows into a lovely tree, bursting rich with fruit. Sow your seeds gently on the ground, which will grow and which will not, and where will fruit be found?
Tell me the old story of unseen things above, the stories of God's people, the stories of His love, stories that I'll remember throughout my whole lifetime. And just to make them interesting, tell me them all in